Welcome back again to the channel. It's still your one and only girl UJTV. So today guys, I bring to you amazing content for you guys to watch. This video is a video of
a Nigerian political analyst that said Ghana is the most desirable country in the whole of West Africa. Not just West Africa, in the whole world entirely. I'm going to be sharing a couple of videos here, and there is also a Nigerian that was actually asking a question that if Ghana is the most desirable country in the whole of Africa, what happens to the giant of Africa? That why is Nigeria no longer the giant of Africa? Why is everyone talking about Ghana and its government and the people? Let's watch this video. This video is going to give us more insight to the reason why this political analyst gave a valid reason, the bitter truth why Ghana is the most desirable country in the whole of Africa. Please don't forget to like the video, share the video, and also subscribe to the channel.
Nigeria is not the giant of Africa anymore. This is the reality, and I'm a Nigerian. And just because I'm a Nigerian doesn't mean I'm automatically going to defend it. You see, back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, maybe 90s, we were. Early 2000s, we were. Now we are not. We are not. Let us drop that giant of Africa title. That title should belong to somebody else. I don't know which country deserves it, but for sure it's not Nigeria. We are behind on so many things. If you're going to call yourself the giant of Africa, you're automatically giving yourself a superiority title. You're giving yourself a superiority position. And if you're going to give yourself that superiority position, you better prove it. You better prove it. And I don't give a shit about Afrobeat. I don't give a shit about music. Music, in the grand scheme of things, does nothing. What matters in this world is power, infrastructure, economy, investments, the people. This is what really matters. Scientific innovations. These are the things that matter. Investments, infrastructure, people, security, stability. These are the things that truly matters in the grand scheme of things, not Afrobeat or AFCON or football. We are pretty good in all those things, but it's useless. In the grand scheme of things, to be honest, it's a pointless thing. It makes no sense. What matters is economy, is power. If you're going to call yourself the giant of Africa, bro, you better be one of the top performing countries in the world. We are not. We have a lot of religious beliefs. We are very religious, but we are one of the most corrupt countries in the world. How can you call yourself the giant of Africa when people are getting killed every single day by your people? How can you call yourself the giant of Africa when your healthcare is so bad, even the president has to travel to America, to UK for healthcare checkups? How can we call ourselves the giant of Africa where people are looking for jobs, proper, decent paying jobs for 5, 6, 7 years? They don't have jobs. And you're calling yourself the giant of Africa, insulting other African countries? How can we call ourselves the giant of Africa where we are importing goods that we should be exporting? How can we call ourselves the giant of Africa when, you know, security is so bad, kidnapping is on the rise, robberies are on the rise, every single scamming people is on the rise? Let's talk about scams. While I'm not trying to defend the scammers, but it's coming from Nigeria. Now I understand somebody's going to try and defend it and say, oh, it's because of poverty. Listen, there's going to be a reason for every single thing. But I just believe that we need to refresh and look within ourselves. You know, we are not the giants of Africa. We are not. Because if you're going to call yourself the giant of Africa, you need to earn it. You need to own that title. You need to have the results and the you know, statistics to prove it. We are behind on so many metrics. Is it education? We are behind. Is it business? We are behind. We are importing oil when we are one of the largest holders of oil deposits in the world. We are still importing. You know, we are a consumerist society when we have all the tools and the foundations to be a producing economy. We are not the giants of Africa. That giant of Africa, I don't know who's going to get it, but it's definitely not Nigeria anymore. Now, am I still proud of being a Nigerian? 100%. But that doesn't mean I cannot reflect and self-reflect and say, oh, this is wrong, this is bad, I made a mistake. I think once you can do that, you actually give yourself a good chance to improve. Because how can you improve when you cannot reflect? I am a proud Nigerian, don't get me wrong, but that does not mean I cannot look inwards and say, no, this is wrong, no, we are bullies, no, we need to change. We are not the giants of Africa anymore, and I want somebody to prove me wrong. Why we still are the giants of Africa? How can you call yourself the giants of Africa when even the Nigerians within Nigeria don't like themselves? You've got the Hausa, Igbo, Yorubas, and hundreds of other tribes fighting each other for power. I really hope you watch this video with an open mind. We are not the giants of Africa anymore. We shouldn't be speaking on that, in my opinion. I think we just need to accept the reality that we have lost our luster. And who cares? Who cares who's giving you titles? At the end of the day, it's all about results. Okay? That's what I'm saying. If you're going to call yourself the giant of Africa, prove it. Be top-notch in innovation, be top-notch in business, be top-notch in so many things. Don't just give yourself a title that maybe you had that title back in the 50s or 60s or 70s, 80s, but we certainly don't have that title in 2024. if you think I'm wrong, I want you to prove me with some points or some statistics. I saw yesterday that we are now like number 50 out of 54 in passport power in Africa, and you're calling yourself the giant of Africa. Come on, guys. Let's park this superiority complex to the side. Let's park this ego, unearned ego, to the side. We have lost it. We are way behind on so many things. If you're gonna call yourself that title, you know, maybe not the giant of Africa anymore. Maybe something else. Maybe, I don't know, something else, another title, but definitely not the giants. We have lost that position. Maybe by size and by geography, perhaps, but even then, it's not to the same level, in my opinion. You know.
But first of all, I want every single African to just type in the comment section, Ghana, thank you. Thank you, President John Mahama. Thank you. I just want you to type it in the comment section. Why am I saying thank you to President John? Listen, what is the response from Donald Trump about every single move that President of Ghana is making? I want you to remember, in September, we're still in September, right? In September, mid-September, about 14 African deportees were to be sent to their own home country. But their home country rejected them. These are not criminals. These are not people that have committed any offense in terms of criminality in America, just that they have overstayed and America decided to send them back to their home country. About 14 of them, and 13 of them were Nigerians, and one from Gambia. What did Nigeria and Gambia do? They rejected them. But Ghana accepted them, brought them in. Ghana is trying to reshape the hope of Africa. It's rewriting the story. I don't know who gave this man the kind of wisdom that he's using to rebuild Ghana and Africa, redefining every single thing that comes in contact with him. Remember, US was dispensing banning and restriction on a lot of African countries. And Ghana was part of those countries that were receiving those ditches of ban and restriction, visa restriction. And guess what? Because of this attitude and behavior of accommodating, look at what this man is doing. Let me explain it to some of you that don't understand. Because if you have a child that ran away from home for whatever reason it is, and wherever he ran to and the person say, go back to where you came from, and you are also pushing it back on the person, it speaks volume that home is not good. Guess what Ghana did? Say home is good enough for African to return back. We can accommodate our own people. We can take them in. We can deal with them. We know how to manage them. And 14 of them were sent to Ghana. Guess what? America, Trump administration says, okay, we still have more. And Ghana say, okay, up to 40, we are still able to accommodate them. Bring them. Ghana agreed to take in more deportees. What a way of life. It's an example. And what happened after that? Look at the way US respond to that. They lifted the ban on Ghanaians, citizens. The restriction that was placed on Nigeria, on Ghana, and other African countries, Ghana's was removed. That is number one. And number two, that Ghanaians are doing. This particular president has a vision for Africa, not just for Ghana. Nigerians are not Ghanaians. Gambians are not Ghanaians. Now, he went to the UN and gave a speech that was in favor of Sudan, was in favor of Ghana, of Nigeria, of all Africa. This guy has a vision. This man has a vision. He's a man of vision. The vision is clear. There was a time, about a year plus ago, that the economy of Ghana, about 2 years, 3 years ago, was a little bit shaken. Guess what he did? He did what we call a reset. He set up a committee and they did a reset. And just about a year ago, Ghanaian currency was even doing more better than dollars. Was rated as one of the best currency that is doing well in the world. Are you telling me that vision don't work? Vision does work. When you come into power with vision, it does work. And guess what? Because what this man is doing is endless. He's just reshaping a lot of things. I'm just pointing out. Now, how many of you noticed his dressing when he came to that United Nations? How many of you noticed his dressing that he did not wear a suit? He wore African attire. And that stuff was intentional. It was intentional. Every move, every step, every speech, every word, every smile, every single thing he's doing is intentional. These are the kind of people we need. He's raising the bar. He's raising the standard. Recently, some group of people in Ghana, they were spreading rumor that he was not going to leave power. Remember, Ghanaian election is coming either in 2027 or 2028. And some folks were suggesting that President John was not going to leave power anyway, that he was going to still contest and still fight to remain in power. Despite the fact that some group of people wanted him to continue all of that, do you know what he did? It's very unlike African. He came out, not using a spokesperson. He came out and he said, no, he's not contesting. He's not contesting. But what he will do, he will make sure that the election is fairly conducted and every single thing go smoothly. That he will make sure there is no corruption. He will make sure there is nothing missing, that the election will be conducted the way. And look at what it's setting. It's setting a high bar for the next person. This is the way the Western world is built. This one is setting a standard. It's not dropping the bar. It's not dropping the standard. It's raising the bar high so that the next person that is going to come will not in any way try to mess around with the system that is being put in place. This is what we call leadership. And for me to jump a little bit again to Botswana.
Ghana as a country is actually setting the standard high for other African countries. I would say Ghana is now the new face of Africa. When we talk about hospitality, when we talk about, bringing people together, Ghana has been ranking the top ever since. It didn't just start today. It didn't just start during this time of John Dramani Mahama. It started way back as the time of Kwame Nkrumah. Even before the time of Kwame Nkrumah, Ghanaians are known to be very hospitable. They are known to be very kind. They are known to be very peaceful. They don't want problems. So to get a country like this in Africa is just so difficult. To get a country with such, magnitude of people, with such humane people, it's so difficult in this present era. So I'm going to give it up for Ghana. Ghana, kudos to you. Kudos to the government of Ghana and kudos to the people of Ghana that they have upheld this vision, these steps, these measures in their country, and they have never failed. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Please don't forget to like this video, share this video, and also do well to subscribe to the channel. A lot of you are watching without subscribing. Please subscribe, turn on your bell notification so you can get notified whenever I post amazing content. I want to say a very big thank you to all my amazing subscribers. Thank you for always watching my videos. Thank you for always coming back. Thank you for the like, for the share, for the comment. I do appreciate everything that you guys are doing for me on this channel. So we'll see you guys in the next one.